Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Gustavo. Gustavo is from Venezuela, but he lives in Florida in the USA. So let's see what Gustavo has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Gustavo. I'm very well. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Wow, you look very relaxed.
Yeah, I just finished my job schedule, so I'm ready for you.
Amazing. So tell me, how's your morning going so far, your day?
Well, morning went well. It was kind of like a chaotic day full of meetings, but it's over. Thank you for being patient with me and making like this time available
Of
for
course.
you.
Of course, absolutely. I'm the one who wants to say thank you for you take the time for the interview today. Thank you very much.
No worries.
So tell me, where are you from?
So I was born in Venezuela, born and raised in Venezuela. Both parents are from Spain, actually. So they moved to Venezuela back in 1956, I would say 57. After the Spanish Civil War, things were not doing great in Spain. So my grandparents took all their kids to Venezuela and they started doing life there. So me and my sisters were born and raised in Venezuela. And then I kind of my college year made the decision to move to the United States. So I started living in Miami, did my college degree in Miami, and now I'm living currently in Fort Lauderdale, which is a city that is 30 minutes away from Miami by car.
I
That's a
see.
nutshell.
My So how many years have you been living in the US so far?
So it's gonna be actually 15 years in September.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
amazing. And uh, so the reason why you've been living in the US is because of your university and you start your career over there.
Yes, I actually started my career in Venezuela. That this is back in 2005, 2004, and then I think it's pretty knowledge out there that Venezuela was not doing well in those years. So things were pretty chaotic, very unsafe to be there. So I made the decision to leave the country and finish my career somewhere else. And my first option was
Mhm.
obviously Spain, just because of language barrier, just because of citizenship, documentation, all that stuff. But reality was that my sister was already living in Miami, so it was kind of like a motor to move here to have that support of family member and having somebody here at least. So that's what the
I see.
decision was made.
And your family, they live in Caracas or other city in Venezuela?
No, my family lives in Caracas. My parents are both in Caracas. I was actually there a month ago visiting them. And my oldest sister, she lives with them over there. So it's just me and my sister over here in Florida.
I see. And what do you do for work, for living, Gustavo?
So I graduated from computer science and I'm currently working as the director for software engineering for a payment processing company for e-commerce. So that's what I currently do. I used to work on a different company for EMR and practice management for the optical industry. So it was always tech. My background is tech, and that's where I made a living from.
Amazing. So walk me through a little bit about, let's say, a normal day at work for you. Walk me through a little bit how things happen.
So everything starts with coffee. That's the first thing I do. Once I have my shot of espresso every morning, the first thing I do is always check emails, check with my team everything that they're working on. Half of my team is actually overseas in Russia. So because there's a time difference, I always give a priority to them to like escalate anything that they're working on, anything that they need help on. And usually the day flies by because I start my day with like a scrum meeting with all my team, getting to understand what they're working on, getting to understand any hurdles they having. And then I navigate through the day mostly over meetings and another meeting. Then I make a little break for lunch. I usually block myself every day from 12 to 1. That's kind of like my me time for lunch. And I want to be unbothered. I want to like have a nice lunch, disconnect for a little bit, and then the afternoons usually fly by because, like I said, like most of my teammates in Russia, they're already done for the day. So it's more mostly of catching up on things that I wasn't able to do during the morning or things that I need to prepare for the next day. So afternoons are really like more downtime. And then
Mhm.
usually by 4, I'm done. Today 3:30. I kind of like navigated to make it to 3:30, but 4 I'm always done, and I like to hit the gym afterwards just to like discharge everything, the stress from the day. And after gym, it's just getting back home, getting some rest, being with my partner, and getting it over the next day.
Amazing. That's what I call a busy man.
Yeah, go by the schedule.
Gustavo, before we start our journey within the magic box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about
Okay.
yourself.
Okay. Wow. Interesting about myself. Well, and I think one of the things that people it's amazed about me is my passion for aviation, even that I don't work in the aviation world. It started when I was a kid. I always got amused by going to the airport and watching the planes take off and land. So that passion kind of like lived through me since I was a kid, to the point that I think at one time I questioned myself if I wanted to become a pilot or not. Up to this day, I still I'm in love with aviation. One of my favorite things to do is to collect plane models. So you cannot see right now, but I have a full room of like plane models all around the room, and I have a big collection. The last time I counted them, it was 130 planes, model planes.
Oh
All
my God. Which which one is the oldest one? Which one is the newest one?
So the first one I got it when I was 9 years old. It was a present from my dad. And then after that, when I started making money, I started buying them for myself. The newest one, I got it last year, I would say in December for my birthday. The reason is because, like I said, I have 120, so it's hard to put them all together around the house. And my husband already gave me an ultimatum, like you need to pick one a year. So now it's once a year that I go and buy one. So I try to like save and make it to December, and that's my present to myself.
Amazing. Very good. Gustavo, are you ready
Yeah,
to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
good. I'm ready.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Okay, this is my best. Full of wonderful questions. I'm just
Awesome.
gonna play a song now, just for us to relax a bit before the first question. Okay,
Awesome. Let's do it.
let's do it. All right. So, Gustavo, before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, some reason you don't want to answer, always can change. Okay.
Okay.
First question for you is, what is something not many people know about you?
Um, that I love aviation, actually. A lot of people think that I'm only a tech guy and a nerdy guy that likes computer, but in reality, that's my job and that's my source of income, thank God. But my passion, or true passion, is aviation.
I see. I'm gonna get another one because we already talked about that, and I want to explore more about you.
Good.
Okay. Next question is, if I would ask your best friend right now to describe yourself, what they would say?
Outgoing, very honest, sometimes brutally honest, and I'm a very social butterfly. That's how I describe myself.
And when you think about yourself, analyzing you, yeah, what's the best part of being Gustavo? What's the best part of being you, in your opinion?
I think the best part of what I like most about myself is that I'm able to relate with everybody. Even though that we might not have something in common, I will surely find a topic that we can talk about, and I will pay fully attention to the person that's talking. So I'm always able to, I would say, make friendships everywhere. So that ability for me to listen to people and finding what they're interested in, and even though that it's something that I might not dominate in the moment, I try to make my own research and try to listen and try to like learn from it, and afterwards like I can talk to you about all of it the next time we see each other.
And the flip side, something that you go like, you know what, I think I could improve about myself about that, or you've been working on it, something that you've been working on it.
Procrastinating. I tend to leave things for the last minute. Usually works But I would like to like be more conscious about timelines and more conscious about the whole time that I can invest on something and make something like that doesn't have to wait for last minute and probably give a good result or a great result.
I see. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Right. Next question is, what is one movie you could watch over and over again?
Mean Girls. That was an easy one. um, I always say it's my favorite movie. It's kind of like a cliche gay movie, but I think it has so many inside jokes and so many things that makes me laugh every time that I see it, and that like it's just so much fun every time I watch it.
One of the lines I watched, not actually, I have in DVD somewhere here, but I have watched a lot, but I watched a few times. And one of the lines that I find quite funny when they're sitting in the canteen in the school, and they go, and one of them go like, "Shut up!" And she was like, "I didn't say anything."
Yes, and that you can
I
see
had,
with us. That's a classic one.
I remember going out with friends and like, "Shut up!" Like, and
Wow.
yeah. And saying that, which one, if you could, which character you feel more connected with in Mean Girls? Which one you go like, okay, that's me? Which one that would be?
Um, I think I would say Karen, to be honest. People think that Karen is the dumb one and the probably like less smart of them, but it's the only one that has this spirit of like true friendship, and she's always there regardless of what, and she's such an innocent character that she thinks that she's like telling something that it's meaningful and people like underestimate her, but she's kind of always there for everybody, and I feel represented by her.
It's not the one where they are. Where they discover everyone, like they're sitting in the gymnasium and they kind of grow. Is this one? Is this one that
Yeah,
everyone
she's
like?
the one that's waiting on the on the other girl
Ah, yeah, yeah,
on the
alone.
bottom one. That's Karen, yes.
I know.
The one that can take tell the weather from her nipples. That's what she says.
Oh my god, we could be talking here all the time just about this movie. It's a classic. I think it's funny, it's clever, and
It
it's
is.
reality. Like
It's
it's cool. I
basically,
think also,
yeah. It back in the days, I think when it came out, people underestimated the movie a lot, but it became kind of like
yeah,
a cultural shocker. For like you said, like there's a lot of references to the movie nowadays that people still say it, like just the shut up, the that's so fetch. You can see it with us. Like all those references are still, like resonating everywhere. I remember even last Halloween. I saw like a bunch of people dressed as them on the Christmas, like outfit and doing the
yeah.
whole choreography. I was like, this movie happened so long ago, and people are still, like using it as a reference for so many things.
It's amazing. Absolutely. I think those movies, as you said, sometimes you come across, something not very good. It's like Barbie, for example. I
Yeah,
must say, when I saw the trailer of Barbie for the first time, I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna go to see this movie, And after show it again, and people there start talking, and actually, here in the UK, my goodness, the first weekend when it came out a few weeks ago, literally broke records. Like people, they're literally going. I was like, oh my god. Then the reviews as well, and I think and I went to see, actually, I watched twice because I love cinema. I love going to the movies. And I went to my own. And the second time when I went to see a friend of mine, he didn't want to go it. He's very political. He's very like picky about movies. And as soon as I left the cinema, I sent him a message. I think I'm gonna like this movie. And the following weekend we went together again, and he loved it. So yeah, that's I like those surprises. You know what I mean? When it gets you somehow.
yeah, I love the Barbie movie too, and part of the surprising factor for me was that, like I
Yeah,
said, I estimated the movie, and everybody thought, including myself, I have to say
absolutely.
that I thought it was gonna be a
Yep,
cliché movie and just should like like
yep,
in a couple of hours, and then the whole topic of patriarchy and the whole topic of existence came in, and I was like, wow, like this is definitely not
yep.
what I was expecting from this movie. Like I was expecting
Absolutely.
a total different thing, and the way that they
Absolutely.
navigated through the issue and show everybody
Yeah,
that like we still live in a world where women are underestimated, women cannot do certain things, and you have to be like this and you have to be like that. It's
yep.
eye-opening for everybody.
Absolutely. And I think if I would define this movie in one word, I would say clever. I think it was very clever and funny as well.
Yes.
Remember when they were sitting, all the boss sitting, like when the guy came to see, and they were talking, he was like, EOD. By the way, end of the day. That one for me was, you remember when he said EOD?
Yep. And at the end
That's
of the
love.
day, and that scene is also like wide open, and like it's just a bunch of men deciding what a Barbie should be, what a doll should be. And
Absolutely.
that's the reality. Like it's a man's world. It still is a man's world, even that things have changed a little bit. We're still not there
Mhm.
yet. Women could be, like X, Y, and Z, or do X, Y, and Z that we as men are allowed to do.
Very clever. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Gustavo, before the next question, when I was checking your profile, there was a phrase there that got my attention. It says there, live to dance and dance to live. So tell me a little bit about it.